Hi everyone, so this is Rift Lounge. I'm coming off with this list that is pretty peculiar and is having a lot of results in our area between skirmishes and winner boxes. And also we got a top 4 at the Runes and Rift Cash Cup 2, which was pretty nice.
Okay, first of all, you can see this list and go, what is that? Like, what is going on? Yeah, we're used to see Darius with the Vanguards and the Matrons, okay? This is different hook list. Its goal is to hook for 6 to get the dragons and the karma. The funny thing is when I play this against my opponents in like skirmishes and locals, they pick up the cards and say, what is that? I've never seen that before. So let's just take a second to read some of them, and I want to be sure you know what they do. So let's start with Darius. Okay, it's not a card, but his ability is really important to understand well. After you play a card, his ability activates and you can use it. So after you play any card, okay, and it resolves, then he has this ability to tap for one mana. For example, here, if you have 3 runes on turn 1, for example, you go second, you play a 2-drop, okay, I play a Daring Poro, I have 1 rune left, but I have now the ability of Darius available to me. I can tap the rune and Darius and play another 2-drop, okay, which is very strong. It's going second to have the ability then turn 2 to go into both battlefields. After that, we can go on to Sundisk. Like, Sundisk is I think a very slept on card, because giving all your important units ready is insane. Like, you pay 1 and cycle 1 to give a unit accelerate to get the unit ready. With Sundisk, you can do that once a turn for free. And it's insane with Baited Hook, because you actually play the unit you find. So you play a unit, you can hook it, and that comes into play ready. Then Dangerous Duo is a card which is actually very strong, because with Legion gives +2 to a unit and the opponent does not expect it. Call to Glory is absurd in this deck because I can play it very often, paying 0 because of Fire and Glory Seeker and just with a buff with Legion. But Karma, let's read Karma. Vision, I can recycle 1 card if I want from the top of the deck, which is I will most of the time, to just give a unit +1. And then anytime I recycle, I give +1 to something. I recycle how? With the hook. So every time I use hook, I recycle. And then with V comes up not very often, but when it comes up, holy, I get to buff all my board. And then Dragon, Dragon is just the big guy, and he just gives a unit. Swings so much tempo, this card is insane. And then the Champion. Champion is a champion really in this deck, because I play most of the time with 1 or 2 cards, and in Huntering, I just play around it, and just play with it, and I play like a last card, or when I have 1 card left, so I just discard 1 or discard 0 and draw 2. Darius, every time available, is insane because the opponent has to play scared. I have that 7 ready all the time. When I want, he can come in. Like, I just need 6 runes, like 5 to play Darius, and then 1 and the Darius ability of the legend to play a 2-drop, and it's a 7 ready. So one last thing before entering in the match. As I said, the goal is to hook from 5 to 6, and how do you do it? Well, you have 3 Fire and War Camp to buff all your force to 5, and so Lightning goes to 6. You have the Duo, goes on himself most of the times to go from 3 to 5, and I can hook it to get a 6. I can use the Karma buff to buff Hopeful. I can go in with V, use her ability, attack, and then she would probably die on the turn of the opponent when he attacks back. I just can hook her and hook for 6 because she's like a 10 now. Also very strong in the Sanctum, allows me to recycle with Karma. It's a synergy, and every time I recycle with a Candlelit, I can buff a unit if I have Karma on board. I think now we are ready, and let's jump into some games. Kaiser matchup, there we go. Moondial, important on the mulligan, we need a 2-drop of course.
And so there's the Glory Seeker. We're not gonna bullying at that. We're gonna bullying at the Blade because it's not important in the early game, as are the Hopeful and the Call to Glory to get over the different deal 3 damage and deal 4 damage. We draw a Portal, which is very important because it doesn't die to X-Tech Ray. I mean, it does, but Deflect is nice to have in it. So, for example, imagine if I went with a Glory Seeker here, it went Student, and then X-Tech Ray, my Glory Seeker. It would have been pretty bad. Now we can go Hook plus Hopeful. Why? Because I want next turn I could conquer the Trifarian War Camp with a Hopeful. And it's also 5, as I said, 4 plus 1, 5. And I can hook it to find a Karma or a Dragon. Here I was thinking about going away, but actually the only card that was blowing me out here was Stupefying on my Hopeful. And I said, I mean, worst case I lose a Power. Fine, let's see. If he uses a Cleave, I'm happy. Because it's a very important card for him to conquer my battlefields. So sure, go for it. He uses the Cleave, it's fine for me. And then I was thinking he drops the Kaiser base, but I think he went like double 2-drop, yeah. Okay, here next turn it's pretty easy for us. We're gonna go surely conquer on the left. There we go. We can make a point, then we place a creature on there to keep the battlefield, and then we sack the Hopeful. I said it says 5. So we can look for up to 6. Unlucky, we did not find neither Karma nor Dragon. 6 cards in the deck actually, so would have been likely. We just find a Fiora, which is not that bad. Game 1 the Fiora is very nice on that battlefield. And then we go Seeker. It's very I keep both of them on there because I have the Call to Glory in hand. Otherwise I wouldn't feel so safe about it. Okay, he just goes for the Kaiser base and goes back. I mean, he could have stayed with the Student, but it's fine, because I'm just gonna gank, probably, with the Fiora. So he was gonna retreat it anyway. Here, first thing I do is hook one Fiora to find a Dragon for the Kaiser base, but Karma is also fine. And either I was thinking about putting base, but actually I think at the end I put it on the battlefield to keep the control of it with something, because I have the Call to Glory in hand. Because of that I want to just keep the control, and I'm safe. I'm very safe. Yeah, exactly. Then I gank, because it's a 5, and I make a point. Very important to keep the points to at a turn. And here, what do we do? I think I just go Kaiser base. Yeah, I was thinking about Darius when I go Kaiser base. Because I can keep up the Call to Glory without having to spend a buff, which might come in handy. And also, because next turn I can Dragon. If I went Darius, I couldn't have Dragons. Here, he tries to blow me out, but no sir. No sir. So we win this fight. I think he's gonna go for a retreat here. And when he goes for retreat on a piece that's not Kaiser, or just in a fight because he lost it, I'm very happy. Especially if it's not on the Dreaming Tree. So here we still have the card, the Fiora. And you see, he has a Furna too. Like, if he went on the left to find my Karma and kill it with the Cleave on the Kaiser, we'll still trade, which is very important. Usually when I play this with deck, you have against Kaiser, you have to be very aware that you don't leave a piece that just dies clear, just only your piece if he plays a Cleave. Like, if I was a 6 with Karma, I don't want to leave it and just get killed by the Kaiser plus Cleave. That's very important. Okay, I go Dragon to kill Darius, and then I just place the Kaiser on the battlefield to make it a 5, and then Cleave, and then and hook from the Dragon. I just find a Darius, which is nice, which is fine. It's not the worst. Like, the best things are Dragon, Karma, and then Darius, of course. As you can see, the deck, I mean, and especially on the first game with that battlefield available, I am very comfortable. I mean, all my 4s go to 5 as you can see, and I can hook them very easily. And as you can see, I only hook when I know I can find a 6, because if I hook for less, like, it's not ideal. I don't have many targets. I have a Kaiser. It doesn't help me. Okay, it just goes in desperate here, but I'm at 6. I just stay everything back and go for the final attack. Here, for example, I'm gonna go Darius and play something else to make it ready and go to this battlefield. Also, curious thing is, when you hook, you play the unit, so it triggers Darius as the second card you play that turn. Yeah, so as you can see, the deck, I mean, this game, the deck went pretty well. I drew the right amount of 2-drops, the hook, the Furas on the battlefield. And when I draw well, I mean, the opponent has to be very skillful, because I see maybe your opponent was playing the best, of course. But if Kaiser isn't very aware of how he manages his resources, he just goes to 1 card left, and I have more resources than him, which is crazy, because I usually just play on 1-2 cards maximum in hand all the time. Yeah, I'm just running out. This is the final part of the game. I played the Glory Seeker on that battlefield, so I can keep the control of it. And here, basically, it's impossible for him to win with 1 card in hand. Even if I don't get to conquer that battlefield, like, how is he gonna take that back from me? So here we go with the Sett matchup. It's actually a pretty bad matchup for me, because we go through combats a lot. We don't have many spells. And he just regenerates his creatures, so I don't like it. He misses the 2-drop, and I make 2 units on the first turn, and that's already so much of an advantage to me. Actually, here just concedes and says, let's just go game 2, because they didn't have a nice hand. And that's the power of Darius. I mean, this is a particular case, but like, being able to go 2-drop and an Hopeful on turn 1 is not all decks can confront that, because we then contest both battlefields on turn 2. So we move, we keep 2-drops to play both on our first turn, and actually we draw Sundisk. I decide to play Sundisk to make an accelerated Glory Seeker and go already in the battlefield and take 1 point, and then score for also the hold. I don't think he's gonna be able to contest that. Yeah, it goes Rookie on the right, and then Sett. Here I was debated to just go Kaiser on the base, but actually I think I go Duo plus Aporo. I could have just gone Poro plus Glory Seeker to preserve the Duo plus 2 for later, but decided to do like this to keep the Glory Seeker in hand, so next turn I can go Darius plus Glory Seeker and activate the Darius ability to be ready. You have to remember with this deck, it's very important, you have 1 more mana than the runes you have because of Darius Legion ability. And that's actually interesting, because when I go to play other decks after I play Darius for a bit, it feels strange. Oh, I don't have 1 more mana, I just have all the runes I have available to me and not much else. So here it's a pretty clean move to just go for, as I said, for Darius plus Glory Seeker to contest that battlefield. He doesn't have any buff, so I think it's a pretty bad play from my opponent here. It's pretty bad, because I can just do like this. He just was hoping and not have any 2-drop. And yeah, God, that just goes in. I decide to play Glory Seeker on the right to protect the Poro and just keep both battlefields, because he can only attack one basically, so he has no free attack. Otherwise I would have just moved back the Poro and play both on base. But here, for example, if I just kept Darius on the left, you could have gone gold to glory and killed my Darius. I didn't even make the old point. Here he makes a questionable play. I mean, he's playing like with... I have all information. He probably would have a gold to glory here, but it was after Christmas lunch. I did not have the smoothest line of plays here. So I end up actually not playing around gold to glory and get my ass whooped. I could have gone with either Leona, Sett, accelerated, or just put in also the duo in this fight, but I actually end up with the worst possibility and end up losing both to gold to glory, because it's 12 and I'm 11. Yeah, so we get blown out here. We lose both creatures, we just kill the Fiora, and I just losing the game. Now, I still have the Leona to go for the counter attack next turn, but it's not really ideal to not have killed both. He just goes for the mate, he goes like ganking, basically, on the left battlefield. He goes arena bar, and then makes a pretty nice play with the challenge on my Leona. So now, after I drop my card next turn, just stop the video, think about what would you have done in this spot, because I don't think there's a better line of play, but I think I go for a pretty risky one that rewards me with winning the game if it goes correctly, but I can also just lose so much tempo with it. So I go with duo, take the battlefield first, and then the dragon I put directly on that battlefield and kill the unit at base, so he cannot attack me with it. And I try to hold. If I hold, I win the game. So that's about it. Let's see what happens. Of course, Sett Brawlers plus Showstopper does it. I saw already 2 Gold to Glories. Lee Sin is an accelerated creature, but it costs 7, so then I don't know what else you could do. I guess Lee Sin plus Challenge does it. But he just played Challenge already, so... I mean... Also, Lee Sin Challenge does not play around my Darius accelerated next turn plus a creature. He has to go and just suicide basically into it, and I drop. Here any unit that costs 4 or less just basically goes in ready. That's the power of Sandisk, and that's GG. So here's the matchup with Teemo. It's actually a good matchup, to be fair, because we have a lot of explosive power, accelerated between Darius, Kai'Sa and Dragons, and the Sandisk, so we should be favored. So the start is not the best, because we don't have 2 drops, and we had to settle for a duo. His deck actually suffers a lot by not drawing the 2 drops, because it needs to apply the pressure early. I mean, the duo is fine. It's just a free mana for free. It's free mana for free mana. It's not the greatest thing. Here I was calculating if there was a possibility to enter that battlefield, but there wasn't. I mean, to go over like a student plus the merchant, but I don't have ways to do that. To play around also the hidden card. So we just go for the other side, and we keep a dragon on top actually as the second card, so next turn we can hook the... to find the dragon just on top. Unfortunately, here we get blown out. I should have thought about it. Not all the Teemos played this card, but I mean, I didn't have many other plays. I could have just played Hook with the Poro. But then how do I give Legion to my duo next turn? With a bird. I mean, it probably was right to go hook plus bird, but I wanted to have the Darius, because in my mind here I hook the duo, okay? I go hook, duo, the hook with Legion buffs itself, and I get to hook it for 6 and find the dragon. And then I have Darius gets in for 7 and takes the battlefield. If I played the Poro, didn't have that much power to go in. I wouldn't really exploit that dragon hit turn. But I get blocked by Singularity and I had to settle for that sad turn. Now I also get punished because I draw the dragon. Yeah, I draw the dragon and at least I can cast it. He leaves the left side clear, I think, here. Yeah, he just goes for this horrible play that I have to punish because he has nothing available, and it's just a 4. I can with a 5 get both. So the first thing I see, I have to go to Glory on the Poro that goes to 5 and can kill both. I'm gonna do that somehow. The best thing is to go for Dragon and just like maybe hook it and find a Karma that with the buff I can use it to cast the Call to Glory. That would be awesome, and also get to kill the monk with the dragon. So if I actually find a karma, I get rewarded, and I play on the battlefield, so I don't give him for free. I'm already behind on points. I need to keep the pressure up, and also I have this blade. Because of course I would get blown out by the fox. He has 8 next turn, but with this blade I can play it under the karma and the bird to secure the battlefield in case he goes fox, and will get so much tempo. Unfortunately he doesn't go for it, he goes for the Sprite Mother, which punishes me on the right. Nothing goes like him with the merchant, and makes this weird play. I don't really understand it. Like he stupefies my bird. Sure. Yeah. Thinking about next turn, if I draw something, anything is cheap, I can go that cheap plus duo and find the karma. That's a pretty awkward hand. I don't have much to do, and I really was hoping this blade would resolve. He plays well here. He ghasts it, so I don't draw 2, and I'm really left with the crumbs here. I think I actually missed a point. I should be at 4, should I? Watching this back. I think I should. I didn't take the point of the Poro. Does that change anything? Let's see. I don't remember. So I draw hook, which is a complete dead draw here. And I think I go for the simple play of hooking my duo. I mean, I don't have many other choices. As you can see, I always hook for when I have a 6 or more. So here I should be at 5, right? You can tell me if I'm wrong. I will check it back after. So yeah, the duo gets +3/+2 is a 5, I can hook. And I actually find a lot here. Unfortunately, I get all my dragons off, so there's 1 in the grave and 2 here, so I'm not gonna be able to have anyone left. And also a karma. Finding all the targets together is not good, because then it means the next hooks I do are bad. So it becomes a dead card, and I have 2 right now, so not the best. And because of that, I was thinking about playing champion, because I get to draw 2 cards and start off. Because if I play dragon, I get to kill the Sprite Mother, it doesn't do much. But next turn, what do I do? So I should be 5. But it doesn't matter much, yeah, because he goes fox, and he gets rid of my champion. Yep. and holds both sides. Here I'm screwed. I think I found Darius in a previous hook, in the first one maybe, and in the hook I found the card. I think I also was finding Darius. That was the only card here that would save me. I was hoping this would be a fight or flight, so he goes back the karma, and then I go in with the bird, kill the Teemo, and then going because I conquer, but nope. And that's pretty bad. Because if I had fight or flight, then it goes back, and then next turn I can attack with the karma. But here I'll just lose it. Yep. So that's sad. And here I was like hoping I had hallucinated and I didn't see actually the Darius, but I saw well. So I mean, I did this also because keeping the karma on the, I mean, this just was on the spot to Sprite Mother, I know, but if you had the Sprite Mother, just place it on the battlefield of the Watcher and goes 3-7 plus 3 is 13. I have no way of conquering that battlefield next turn, so either way I've lost. So GG.